Everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, one and only King Kansas, here to bring you the final DCEU, I guess, film before Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom hits, and then that'll be the finale of this whole entire universe. And as you can see, I just barely crossed the line, disheveled, beat up, worn and torn, just like my New England Patriots and my hat that I'm wearing. That's how I feel about this whole DC universe. Beaten to death, barely just struggling to meet over the finishing line. And I'm telling you, wow, we made it. So, as you guys can tell, I'm here to do the final DCU film, Take Two review. Blue Beetle. Yes, I've seen it before. Didn't do a review. I thought I'd wait for this to do it here. It's going to be spoiler filled, okay? And yeah, I can't wait to dive back into this because when I first watched it, I was kind of a little bit on the sick side because I picked it up on Blu-ray months ago, watched it, and I go, I'm going to rewatch it again and see how I feel. I think it's okay. I understand why James Gunn has decided not to make this the first DC Studios or New Universe moving forward film because it doesn't feel like that. It feels like something that we would see in the old DCU, and it's a good thing they left it. They're bringing over the actor to do a new one when he does show up in the new DC universe. But let's see if it's still as fun as I remember it to be, or did it lose a little bit of magic over time? Because it's one of those films that you're gonna really like because it's shot a certain way that deals with certain comedy, or it's gonna fall flat on its face, kind of like what Thor: Love and Thunder did. Because this is what this reminds me of, the same kind of color and humor like that, but done in the DC universe or DCE universe. So hang on. I'm gonna watch the first half. You know the drill. It's spoiler filled. I'll come back. I'll give you my thoughts and then the finale, of course. Hang on. King shall return. Alright, guys. I am back. Watch the first half. It's only 2 hours long. Yeah, it was okay, man. Like I said, it was nothing new that I didn't see before. It's DC's take from what I'm gonna sum up very easily, and this is being kind. It's kind of like Iron Man and Spider-Man wrapped into one. The only difference is he's a Latino lead character. You have a Latino family who's in on the secret, and that's pretty much it. The scene that he gets the scare for the first time after it attacking him, that was a hilarious scene. I'll tell you right now, I enjoy that. So funny. George Lopez, anything you put that man in, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Because trust me, he's that damn funny, and he adds that little extra punch, to whatever line he tells you. He's not in the film a lot, but when he is, I enjoyed every second of it. Like up to this point, he's effing hilarious. Okay, from Jaime flying up with the suit, kind of reminded me of Iron Man, testing out his suit, seeing what he can do and shit like that. To kind of accepting what the hell, this thing's a part of me. To the girl he meets, that's a Spider-Man angle for me personally. He meets this girl of his dreams who's working for some witch, played by Susan Sarandon, taking over her father's company, and she wants to take it back, and she doesn't build missiles and things like that, and kind of reminded me of Iron Man, guys. That's Iron Man 1 to the T. He falls for her. He goes back to ask for his job. He gets entangled in her BS. He ends up bringing her to the family. The family's upset because this thing went into their son, and I'm telling you, it's bonkers. And then you find out they go to the secret lair, which is kind of like lame, but it is what it is. They find a secret lair that used to belong to this girl's father, and her girl's father was the original Blue Beetle. And you kind of find out the history why he had abandoned her to protect her, and blah blah blah. And this is where we're up to this point where Jaime's still thinking, gathering his thoughts to see what the hell they're gonna do and move forward. But it's okay. Like I said, it's very colorful, very in your face, but like I said, it reminds you of Iron Man / Spider-Man, but with a Latino twist, which is a good thing. The Latino, like the family, oh my god, the elements works to the max. Probably the best part of the film. The action scenes here and there so far, okay, whatever, but I know that's going to come in the second half. So hang on, and I shall return. Alright, guys, I am back. A lot goes down in this one. The second half of the film reminded me of Iron Man / Ant-Man more than anything. Susan Sarandon comes for the suit. She wants the scarab from him. He goes to his house. Shit goes down. The father dies of a heart attack during the whole chaos. He gets taken. So then it leaves the family with her to take the bug-eyed spaceship to go rescue Mr. Jaime himself, who's being held captive because they're trying to move the technology from it to fuse it with Susan Sarandon's bodyguard of choice. And the bodyguard has a little bit of a history. He lost his wife and all this shit. He died in the war, but she brought him back to kind of experiment him on. He ends up dying near the end and sacrificing himself, to be with his wife, which is, honorable. You got the family going. I'm telling you right now, Grandma is one kick-ass son of a you-know-what. Toughest as nails. The family's taken by surprise that Grandma can hold a gun and take out everybody, which is pretty effing funny. George Lopez's character's lost a truck. He ends up getting a truck near the end. They rescue him. They save the day. Stuff that we see in the fights before, like, the big fight scene between mentor and student in Iron Man kind of happens right here. You got Ant-Man with the same thing with the villain who was in Ant-Man. You guys got to remind me who the hell that was. That's what it kind of reminded me of. He looked kind of like him, but upgraded. Shit goes down, fights, a couple of things blow up here and there. Cool extensions of weapons and limbs that they generate, It was okay. It was nothing that blew me away, but decent. Ends out on a good note. They go back to the home that got trenched. They're going to rebuild. The whole community is going to come together. That's how the Latino family or community is, and that's great. I love to see representation in any form of film, whether it's a superhero film or whatever. We all live on this planet, guys, and it's not just one particular community or, ethnic race on this planet. So glad to see it. Loved the family. Loved what they tried to present to us. They got to be a little bit more original. Like I said, I was never a fan of the Blue Beetle or DC Comics. I heard of them. All I considered him as a kid was like a knockoff Spider-Man or Ant-Man. That's who I thought it was. But for what they presented, they did well. They didn't stick all the landings, but it was a good little entertainment or enjoyable first piece of film. I liked it a little bit better this time than I did last, which is a surprise. It's not going to be top, 5 DCEU films, but it's going to be way above Black Adam, in my opinion. I just like the way it looked, right? Cartoony, more 1990s vibe more than anything, but all right, and I could totally understand why James Gunn said, yeah, you know what? It's a fun film, but it's not a way to start the new DCU. Leave it for that Superman legacy. But can't wait to see Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That'll be the final DCU Take 2 film review. So, anyways, guys, that was my official Blue Beetle Take 2 movie review of the DCU. I hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other reviews. Wait till about December, near the end, Christmas time, for Aquaman 2. And I'll be more than glad to bring that review your way and give you my honest opinion. And then we'll move on from DCU Take 2 reviews to something totally else. Movies that I want to revisit personally. So until then, be the hell good. As my dogs you can hear in the background are saying, be the hell good. Stay off the kinks run. I'll see you guys where? Right here on YouTube land.